Hey everyone, I'm Josh. You're watching Josh at Night. This episode, we talk to Wondersmith about the top 5 rappers in basketball, and I even spit a little freestyle. Enjoy the show.
Hip hop hooray! Ho! Hey! Ho!
Welcome to the Josh at Night Show. Thanks for coming to watch me talk to some pretty dope people. Grab a seat and some snacks. Put up your feet and relax, cause there's nowhere else to go.
Hi, my name is
Josh, and this is my show. Don't even think about touching that remote.
Hi, my name is
Josh, now you got your snacks, so sit back, chillax, and enjoy the show.
Enjoy it!
Do you go by Wonder or Breadman? What do you prefer, man?
Yeah, I go by Wonder. That's my real name, and then I really got Breadman through basketball. People just started calling me that.
Yeah, how did you get that nickname?
So junior college, I went to school down in San Diego, and like it was like one of my favorite teams. We was all super close, and then probably like first year there, instead of calling me Wonder, like Wonder Bread, they just took out the Wonder part of it, and then Bread just took off from there.
Okay, cool, man. No, I respect that. My name was J Mart, like the Kmart stores.
Yeah,
I actually have a good friend, one of my best friends. His name's K. He goes by Kmart. That's his nickname. His name is Kyle. We have the
That's
same
dope.
last name, Martin.
That's dope.
But yeah, man. So I want to rewind, man. Take us back to you got this contract offer, and then COVID hit. How was that, man? That's rough.
Yeah, it was pretty nuts. It was so I graduate in June, and then craziest part about it was I actually signed the contract before I even graduated. So I signed the contract in May, graduate in June, and I'm looking forward to going out to Germany, when August comes around. And so the whole summer I'm preparing mentally, physically, getting excited. It's gonna be my first time out the country, so I was really looking forward to it. And then, as it gets closer to August, I'm starting to realize they're shutting down airports. Americans aren't able to get over with their passport, all type of stuff like that. So, I was speaking with my college coach about it, and we were just like, it makes most sense for me to just take the year off, train, work out, and so that's what I did.
Yeah. How was your communication with the team in Germany? Because I'm sure they were monitoring it too.
100%. Yeah, so it was like mostly I was speaking with the coach of the German team, cool guy, and yeah, it's just we could kind of tell like we were thinking through different options of how to actually get me over there,
Okay.
and then we just started to realize the closer it got to it, like it wasn't gonna happen.
Yeah, man. I'm
Crazy.
bummed to hear about that, but it seems that you found another productive outlet in rapping and being more active in music. How did you get your start in music, in rap specifically?
So music is kind of like something that's been there my whole life. In high school, me and all my like friends would always be freestyling at lunch, and even all through basketball. Like I've always had teammates or roommates, where we was making songs together, we was freestyling together, and the crazy part about it is if you just freestyle for long enough, like you'll start to be like, hold on, like I'm cold, like I'm saying some
Start
real
feeling yourself
like
a little bit. It's like,
exactly. You
hold
start
on,
feeling
yeah, something to
yourself.
this.
So that's a little bit what it is. And then, because I realized I had this kind of extra time, and at first I did feel some pressure to like go find a job, and I just graduated, I got to figure something out. But
Yeah,
then I just took a step back, and I'm like, the whole world is kind of shut down. Like I might as well just start making music. So that's kind of where that came from.
yeah, man. I respect that for sure. I think, listen, the world was on pause for this past year, and it's just now starting to ramp up. So, especially being fresh out of school. How old are you, Wonder?
23.
Yeah, man. 2023. You're good, dude. I think, obviously I'm in the Vayner family. Vayner, so I'm represented by Gary Vee. I don't know if you're familiar, but he's all about passions and just enjoying yourself and figuring out what's what in your 20s. It's a time to take risks, and this is a great risk to take. I also, basketball and rap kind of go hand in hand. There's a lot of rappers in the league. I know I've seen Damian Lillard on Sway, and a couple other guys have dropped. You see James Harden in the studio with different rappers. Who are the top rappers in the NBA in your opinion?
I mean, you got to go Dame, of course.
Uh huh.
That's number one because not only is like he just crazy on the court 80 feet game winners. But he has like real bars. He's a solid dude. And then, you know, this one is kind of more low key, but I got to shout out my boy Miles Bridges because he
Oh
dropped a
yeah,
little track and he had that crazy dunk on my, you know, the dude
yeah. I
from the
saw that
Rockets the
dunk,
other
man.
night.
That dunk
So
was wild.
you got to check his song out. This is pretty cool.
Okay. Yeah. So Damian Lillard, Miles Bridges. I'm sure there's some others out there.
Yeah, of course.
What were you listening to back when you're in your freestyle days, man? What was your inspiration?
I mean, my age is more like Lil Wayne, Kanye for sure. I remember, you know, Lil Wayne had like just crazy amounts of mixtapes he was putting out, no
Yeah.
ceilings, you know, all the Carter albums, everything like that. And so we would always be listening to him and just be like, how is this dude coming up with this stuff? Like, he's really putting it out of left field. So we would just try to do the same type of thing. But definitely Wayne and Kanye, Drake too, of course.
Okay. And then you know, you mentioned this. I'm gonna expand upon it. They're coming out with these crazy lyrics. What are your feelings on ghostwriters? Do you think Lil Wayne and these guys don't write everything that they rap?
Yeah, like, I think, you know, there is a
There's a lot of drama around that with Drake and
100%.
some of those guys.
100%. I think, you know, it's important that you are putting out your own work, but at the same time, I think people sometimes also overreact to like people being inspired by things. You know, nothing is truly like 100% original. Everybody gonna get an idea from him or an idea from her. So I think as long as you being like authentic, you know, and giving people credit, you know, it shouldn't be too much of an issue. But yeah, it is kind of crazy how much like drama, you know, surrounds all that type of stuff.
Yeah, I think that's when business gets involved, right? I had an interview with a TikToker. Her name's Grace Bresner. A couple episodes before this one, and she was talking about how she'd be approached by music studios and artists, and they pay to have their songs promoted on TikTok accounts. You know, they pay to have dancers choreograph dances to their accounts. And so when you think about the money involved, there's some of the artistry that I think is kind of pushed aside, and at that point it
100%.
becomes a lot more commercial. But you
100%.
mentioned in a previous conversation we had about this iPod Shuffle.
Right.
You know, take me back to those days, man. What was one of your best memories? You know, you listen to the iPod Shuffle, getting the beat from your homies. One of your best freestyle memories, man. Just take us back. Just paint a picture for us.
Yeah, I get you. So this isn't too far back. It's like 2 years ago, right? It was my 22nd birthday. Or nah, I'm lying. My 21st.
Okay,
So feeling good, 21.
most
Like
definitely.
family had got me like this big old like you know, party bus situation. So it
Oh,
just
we got the party bus on.
yeah.
That's dangerous.
So yeah, exactly. It's dangerous, right? So we was all in there, and I'm just like running through all of my songs. You feel me? I'm on DJ, but then I was like, hold on. It's time to get a little freestyle in. So then boom, put the beat on, and then as soon as like the bass started hitting, I was just going in. I'm 21, blah blah blah, whatever I was saying, and everybody was just gassing it. So that was probably one of the coolest little freestyle moments right there.
21st birthday party
Yeah.
bus. Do you grab the mic on the party bus?
Nah, see, it wasn't even a mic. It was just the voice, right? There was like a cipher. You feel me? I was just in the middle of it. I was saying whatever I was saying. Everyone was cameras out. I was feeling good. I was feeling
Oh
good.
man, that's listen, I think it's important to surround yourself with people that support you, and especially you know, when you're looking to pursue your passions. I think for all athletes, listen, COVID has happened to everyone, right? And you know, there's certain risks with every job, and with sports specifically, though, you never know when your career is going to end. I say that as a free agent, but you never know when your
Yeah, it
career is
is. It
going to
is
end. So it's
crazy. And
important to invest in
exactly,
yourself and your passions.
it's hard because I think like a lot of times, uh, you know, in an ideal world, you know, you would be able to, as an athlete, play for the pure love of the sport. Or if you're a musician, you would love to be able to make music for the love of making music. But reality kicks in. You got to make money. You know, business is also a thing. And so I think it's important for like athletes and artists, I feel, to find a balance between, you know, doing things because they actually love the art of it, and also, you know, being able to create a living for themselves and things like that.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
important to
there's
find
there's a
that balance.
balance, right?
Yeah,
There's like you have to pay the bills, but you also want to enjoy what you do.
100%.
It's a balance of being practical and pursuing your passions. And I think that's something I like about the arts and sports in general. I was thinking about this. It's all entertainment, right? Whether you're an actor, singer, rapper, basketball player, football player, soccer player, whatever it may be, it's all for entertainment.
Right.
But in some sense, you're really kind of selling yourself, and this is probably applicable to anyone. Really, you're selling. In sports, you're selling your athleticism, your body. Maybe in the arts, you're
Creativity.
selling your personal. Your art is a form of expression of your personal self. So with that in mind, it's important to be able to enjoy what you do. But also, I feel like there's a certain level of vulnerability once you get to a certain level, right? Because there's a larger audience as you begin to, build your skill and your craft, and you're getting promoted and playing on bigger stages or playing in bigger stadiums or arenas. I think I'm really happy to have found you because of that connection. Because I was actually involved in music when I was younger. It was like one of the first teams that I played on was my middle school band, playing alto sax.
That's what's up.
That was
I
one of my
played the trumpet.
earliest memories. What was going on back then, man? It was probably early 2000s. Eminem, Kanye was DMX. I don't think Kanye
rest
was
in
as
peace.
big, but DMX, rest in peace. All those guys, Jay-Z, obviously, being a '90s baby. I think I enjoy connecting the dots between my arts experience and my sports career. So we're talking about your career. It's been put on pause. You've been watching these games, man?
Here and there. It's kind of crazy, like just with the way my whole schedule is set up. I've been playing a lot more basketball, but I've been watching too much.
Oh, okay.
I mean, obviously, I'm catching highlights and stuff here and there, and I'm a lightweight Lakers fan. I'm feeling good for that boy LeBron to come back soon.
Yeah, man. So we're talking LeBron now. Who are your top 5 players in NBA in the league, and then we'll go top 5 players overall,
Okay, 100%.
dead or alive.
Okay, so in the league right now, Steph number one.
Okay, Steph number 1. Okay.
Steph number one.
Well, so you have to justify though. So Steph, why? Why Steph?
So
Obviously, deadly shooter.
right, I think Steph because like not only is he hitting like shots that people just don't hit, but
Yeah.
he's also leading the whole team. And so I just got to give it to my boy for being a bucket, really.
Okay.
I think the coldest part about him is like a lot of times he just be shooting and just walking away like before the ball even going. So
Yeah,
if you
I
can
mean,
do that,
that's
bro,
kinda,
like you're
he
valid.
started
you know?
that, didn't he? With the
Exactly.
shimmies,
He
look
for
away,
sure
the
did.
big
He for
just
sure
time.
did.
Yeah, that's
He for sure did.
little
So
swag, a
he's
little
cold for that.
little juice with that.
Exactly.
Okay, so Steph, and who's your number 2?
Number 2, I'm gonna go LeBron.
Okay.
Yeah, LeBron. That's easy call. Like, I'm from LA, so obviously like Lakers, is the team, and he's in LA now getting buckets, so you got to give him credit for that.
Okay, then after LeBron, who you got? I know we talked about Damian. He's pretty good. James Harden's
Yeah,
pretty
Dame's
good.
up
Kevin
there.
Durant. It's tough to nail it down to 5.
Yeah, I'll
You have
probably
Luka.
I'll
You
probably
have
go
a couple
Kyrie
guys.
after that though.
Kyrie.
Like,
Okay,
yeah,
Kyrie.
because Kyrie, when I was like in high school, like that was my favorite player. So I was always trying to, model my game after him. Like
Okay.
Kyrie's real crafty, with his
So you
finishes. So
got
I
the
was always
handles
trying
in.
to,
That's what you're
yeah,
saying.
yeah, all
Kyrie,
that.
I watched Kyrie, man, and my knees hurt. I was thinking, look at some of these big. You see, who'd he cross up the other day? I forget, man. It was a mismatch. They got the
Hey,
switch or
yeah,
whatever.
half the
And
league, man. Like, he
yeah,
just
and it
be
was just like, damn, my knees hurting trying to keep up with this guy on the screen, man. So
for real,
Kyrie, and then
for
who's
real.
after Kyrie? That's 3.
After
Steph, LeBron,
Kyrie,
Kyrie.
let's see, 4, 5. I'll go Luca 4, and
Okay.
KD at 5.
KD at 5. That's going to
KD
be a
at
very
5.
controversial list, man.
Yeah.
But
Well,
you know what? You got
honestly,
to
I'm
stick to your
going off
guns.
of. Yeah, of course, 100%. I'm going off of. I was going off of like my favorite players though. I wasn't going off of skill wise. I was going off my favorites.
Okay, so your favorite. Those are
You
your
know.
top 5
Yeah, that's my
favorites. Now,
top 5
top
players.
5.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
Funnest to
let's go.
watch, like coldest hoopers is basically what that list was right there. You feel me?
The coldest hoopers.
Yeah, coldest hoopers.
I mean,
right
I think in terms of even if you look at today, if you were to say today in this league year, I think that's a valid list.
and that's a valid list,
Yeah,
100%.
that's
Yeah.
absolutely valid list. Okay, so all time, dead or alive, retired,
Okay.
etc. Who you
Okay.
got?
So
Now this is
so
this is not. Let's scrap the favorite players
all right, this is
and go
best.
to like it's pure
Yeah, yeah,
skill.
yeah. All right, all right. I get you.
Yeah,
I get you. All right, we going number one, Kobe. Easy
Kobe.
call.
Okay,
Yeah, that's the
all right.
best. That's the best basketball player of all time.
Kobe.
Number
Yeah.
two,
Okay.
we going with Michael Jordan. Okay,
Okay.
that's who Kobe modeled his game after. So number two, valid. Number
Okay.
three is LeBron.
LeBron.
That's everybody could have seen that coming.
Yep.
Let's see, 4 or 5. Now this is where it gets tricky right here.
Because I mean, there's a lot of older players, man. Magic,
I
you got
know,
Larry, you
I
got
know.
Wilt, you got
Ah,
Hakeem, you got a lot of dudes.
you got a lot, man. You got a lot of choose from. I think I gotta go,
This is
my
a trap
boy.
question.
Yeah, for it really is. It's really no way to answer this question, but of course I gotta throw my boy Magic in there, okay?
Okay.
Because he's just
So,
craziest point guard of all time. Like
Are you
how
are you are you in LA?
I'm in LA right now. Yeah,
Okay, all right. So LA,
you
let's
feel me?
yeah. No, I feel it.
That's
I
where it
feel
all
you, man.
comes from.
Yeah.
And then let's see, number five. I'm throwing my boy Steph Curry back in that list, and that's that.
That's that.
Yes,
Okay, so we
sir.
got Kobe, Mike, LeBron,
Magic,
Magic,
Steph.
Steph.
Bam, quote me.
Okay, well, I mean, we're marking it down. I think all of those players, except for Michael, played in California or for a
Right.
California team.
Yeah.
So
A
I mean,
little bit of a
listen,
pattern there.
all valid answers, man. I think there's so many good players. I can't say that I keep track of basketball. I barely keep track of football. Sometimes it feels like it beyond what my brother's up to and what some of my old teammates are up to. But that's a tough list, man. I'm going to be curious to see what the response is
100%.
when we put this out. So let's get back to the rap. You've been doing this for a while. You talk about your freestyle. I think we might need a sample of the freestyle, or maybe this. Here's what I'll say. Let's not do the freestyle. Let's get some freestyle tips because I'm trying to step up my freestyle game too.
Nah,
I used
bro,
to
if
do
you
freestyle Fridays with my teammates in college on the Friday walkthroughs before Saturday games, and we had a lot of fun with that. I think I
freestyle
watched a
Fridays, that's
documentary on
cold.
Hulu one time, and I thought I was, Logic or somebody after I watched the documentary. My
That's funny,
boys
bro.
still clown me over that, but yeah.
I
So
mean, if
what's
you need
your
a
freestyle
freestyle,
tip,
bro,
man?
I got you with a freestyle. But if it's just tips, I think a lot of times when people freestyle, they overthink it. Like,
Uh-huh.
the whole point of a freestyle is you just saying the first thing that comes to your head. So that's it right there.
That's it. Okay, you just have to flow.
You just gotta flow. You feel
You
me?
gotta
You just gotta
feel
get
it.
into your Zen mode and just flow.
Okay, man. So we're gonna try this out. We're gonna try this flow out with this freestyle. And can I give you a topic?
Yeah.
All right. So the topic is going to be this will be easy.
Okay.
Let's say
It's whatever
it's
topic, bro.
balling. Just
Balling.
basketball, living life, balling, whatever that means to you.
All right.
You
I'm
kick it
good.
off, and then you give us a freestyle, and then maybe we'll go back and forth. And then if I get stuck, you can hop in.
Hopping up, yeah. All
Yeah, you can
right.
hop in.
So we going acapella or we going with a beat?
We'll go acapella. Is that cool?
Acapella. That's cool. Let's do it. All right. Look.
Here we go.
Woke up in the morning. Phone ring calling. Went and got some breakfast. Then I started balling. Every time I shoot a jumper, man, they always falling. I'm balling through the winter, spring, summer, and the falling. Bam.
Okay, so you balling through the fall. I'm work so hard they crawling, right? And then the bars. And
Mars. A whole lot of them.
I'm stuck, man. You got to help me out.
All right, here we
I'm
go.
falling off of.
Balling, sweet crawling through the wall. I'm balling with Kobe, feel like Pau Gasol. That's that right there. Yes, sir.
Right there.
That's that right there.
LeBron, no hair, off season, grind, shine, Lakers
Hey, Lakers win the championship every time.
every time. Listen, man, I'm barred out. I might have to I have to write some rhymes and get to my draft book, man, and get some bars going.
100%,
But
100%.
But yeah, man, I appreciate your time, man. What's next for you before we
All
hop
right, so
off?
check this out. Look, I got 3 music videos coming out.
Oh
Next
yeah,
one's
no,
gonna
you
be
love you mentioned the music videos. Let's talk about that a little bit, man,
yeah,
because
for
that's a
sure.
big part of the artistry.
Yep. So I got 3 music videos I got coming out. I'm excited about all of them. I basically my cousin's he's like good, knows how to do all the camera stuff. So I've been working directing them all with him.
Okay,
And first one comes out in about like it's not an exact date, it's more of a grassroots type of project. So it's
okay.
sometime in the next 2 weeks. Be on the lookout for that, and then 2 coming after that, and then the album. So
So
that's
what's
what I
your
got
favorite part
coming up.
about the of the videos? What are you excited about the
Okay.
video specifically?
Yeah, so for this next video I'm about to drop,
Uh
I
huh.
got a sword for it. I got this $100 sword. It's like a real, it's right over there. If
Like
you
a
want to
samurai
see,
sword?
it's like a Viking sword, bruh. It's
Viking
hard.
sword. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm swinging at the video like turned up. So
Yeah. Okay.
that's
So we
probably
got
what I'm most
swords. What
excited
else we got,
for.
man? What other props? Where we shooting,
Man,
man? What's the location? You got the cars or
location is
what's going
all
on?
over. You feel me? Location is all over.
Okay.
I'm just up and down California, just all vibes. I got another video coming out. Location for that one was out there in Turks. So you feel me? It's
And
just
Turks who?
in Turks and Caicos. It's like an
Oh
island.
no, big time. Oh
Yeah,
shit. When did
yeah.
you go to
So
Turks?
I went there
Recently?
last week. Yeah, I went there last week.
Oh damn. Okay. So you got Viking swords. You got Turks and Caicos.
Turks and Caicos. You feel me?
This.
So it's a lot of good vibes. You feel me coming
Yeah,
out. So people
man. We
gotta
got we
tune
got
in. People
everything
gotta
going
tune in.
on. Okay. Well, cool, man. Well, excited for the videos. Where can we find you on
So
social
you
and,
gotta
and
find me.
SoundCloud?
Follow me on Instagram at Wonder with 2 R's Smith. Wonder with 2 R's Smith. And then YouTube page is Wonder Camera Action. Just like
Okay.
that.
Wonder 2R Smith on Instagram and Wonder Camera Action
Action on
on
YouTube.
YouTube. Wonder, aka Breadman, appreciate you, man. I'm gonna take some of these tips and
For
try to
sure.
step up my freestyle game. But everyone, this has been Wonder Smith, aka Breadman. Thank you so much, dude. Can't wait to see these music videos drops with the Viking swords and Turks and Caicos. I'm excited for this.
Perfect. Appreciate you, bro.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching. If you liked what you saw, please feel free to show us some love by giving us a thumbs up, leaving a comment, or even subscribing.